We're looking seaward at Shoal Point, Victoria, Inner Harbour. Just past the bow of the fish boat is a Department of National Defense Zodiac on a serviceable wharf. Just seaward of the Zodiac is a large creosote piling wharf with signage HMCS Malahat. I think it's condemned. The creosote has worn away and the pilings are getting weaker. A barrier supported by floats keeps the pollution inside. Lots of seaweed grows on these floats and pilings. Saccharina latissima, wrinkled blade sugar kelp, Costeria costata, the 5-rib kelp, and Nereositis, bull kelp. I'm using the Prince Rupert pronunciation for these scientific names. We start this survey April 30th, low tide of 0.1 meters. Let's call it a zero tide. Very heavy vegetation on the shoreline, 5-rib again. Here we dodge out from shore to inspect the shoal at Shoal Point Light. I had the GoPro on a 2-meter stick, and so we check out the vegetation at 1 meter on a zero tide. Oh, there's that cursed sargassum Japanese wireweed. And we check out the 1 meter all the way back to the creosote wharf called HMCS Malahat. Eel Grass, Zostera. Eel grass, and I do believe that's algae growing on it. Eel grass, another sargassum Japanese wireweed. Now I push the GoPro stick down to 2 meters and record life at 2 meters between Malahat and the Shoal Point Light. A lot of sand. That information is also given on the hydrographic charts. Ulva sea lettuce and Pacific herring, Culpia pallasii. Next up, resurvey at a 0.4 low tide on the 15th of May 2021. May 15th, 2021, and here we are at Shoal Point, Victoria, Inner Harbour, to do another low tide survey. Today's tide is 0.4 meters, and since the GoPro is on a 2-meter stick, we will actually be recording at 1.6 meters corrected for a zero tide depth. We start at Shoal Point and record towards HMCS Malahat. My interest is to see what vegetation grows here and to see what vegetation could be grown here. There is research going on to germinate kelp on pebbles. Kelp is already economically germinated on twine. Eel grass is growing here, and the sand bottom looks ready to take more eel grass. Sea lettuce is also doing well. Sugar kelp, 5-rib kelp are all doing very well, and bull kelp is growing very well on the Malahat floats. That's it for this edition of Seaweed at Shoal Point, Victoria, Inner Harbour.